Landlord Sophia Bailey is upset over the vandalizing of her rental property by a woman who had political aspirations during the last general election. Bailey, who resides in the United States, said she witnessed the woman on camera armed with a hammer smashing a window and damaging doors to her Oxnard St. James apartment where she was a tenant for a few months. The landlord, who arrived in Barbados this week, was further angered when she saw the first-hand state of the one-bedroom fully furnished apartment. A gas line to the stove was cut, the interior of the house was in disarray, and there was cryptic messages written on two mirrors.
And when they came on the island, by the way, I live in New York. So when they came to the island, my electricity was turned off. Ain't going to the light and power the next day. The electricity wasn't paid from August. So I paid 3 months electricity. Came up to $572. I came back, I spoke to the person that was looking after my property, and whatever transpired between him and the tenant was back and forth. The tenant was claiming that this person, she was giving him money, they had agreement, but anyhow, the long short story was that the bills weren't paid and the rent wasn't paid for November. So I revoked the power of attorney from that person, and my attorney wrote up a fresh lease. Tried to work with her because she was claiming that, she couldn't afford to pay the rent and stuff like that. The apartment, by the way, is a ready furnished apartment. Everything inside the apartment is my property. So I said to her, the ready furnished apartment, utilities included. I asked her if she could afford $13.50. She said no. I said with $12.50. She agreed on that. She signed the lease and everything. So the lease was supposed to start in effect from the 28th of December. And I sent someone to collect the December rent. The long short story is that, in between that period of time, I had to go to the police at whole town because there was a lot of threats and there was, a lot of harassment, when they come to my house. So I called the police and I got no support from the police at Whole Town Police Station except for one police officer that came here. She moved out the 19th. The 19th of January. I have surveillance cameras all around my house. I have cameras in some of my lights. I see whatever's going on here around my property. I see everything in New York. And on my surveillance cameras, she moved out the 19th of January. She never came back. On the 28th of February, I was at work. This is back in New York. And I checked the cameras because I usually check them in the morning, I usually check them in the evening. And upon checking them when I got home the night time, I realized that my place was vandalized.